Hello Leo, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for April the 30th to May the 7th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? So you have got the Forest Temple and Enlightenment. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. This indicates that there is almost like an epiphany, okay? I say it's like an epiphany because it's not quite. You know when you get an epiphany and it can feel quite shocking, it can feel quite sudden. This one is the gentle version of that, okay? So it's almost like a realization. Now, what this enlightenment is about specifically, obviously I don't know yet because we've not had a look into it, but it opens up opportunities for you. It opens up options for you that you might not have had before, okay? It's very inviting, and I feel that this is kickstarting a new chapter for you as well. So we're going to take a deep dive into that in a minute. We'll find out exactly what that's about. Right, so I just need to pull the rest of your cards first. Okay, Bluebell, Fairy and Gratitude. Yeah, like I said, it's not quite as dramatic as an epiphany, okay? It's a lot gentler than that. And gratitude. So realizing that actually things are going good. Things are going really, really well. There's a continuation of these good feelings and a continuation of things really looking up for you, of things getting better, okay? So not easy, but easier than what it has been of late, okay? So can you tell us more about this enlightenment for Leo? What is this enlightenment? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the way that the deck was handling there, it felt a little bit chaotic, but I was able to reclaim control of it again quite quickly, okay? So maybe there has been a situation that's been going on, Leo, where you felt that things were starting to get a little bit out of control. You saw it immediately for what it was, and you've pulled it back in to control, or you've pulled it back into alignment, okay? The Six of Swords and the King of Pentacles, yeah. So the Six of Swords is things getting easier. I feel that this week is going to be quite a laid-back week for you in comparison to what you've been dealing with over the past couple of months, right? So not quiet, just more laid back than what it has been of late, okay? There's an easement that's coming through. So a situation no longer seems complicated. In fact, it's being simplified. And I feel like it's you that has simplified this situation, whatever this situation is. I don't know exactly what your situation is, Leo, because I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive, okay? So I can't do pinpoint accurate details, and it's going to be different for everyone anyway. But it indicates that there is more enjoyment that's coming in, and I feel that you're supporting someone else this week. I feel like you're uplifting someone else because you're now in the position where you're able to do so. Okay, yeah, judgment, rebirth energy, listening to your higher self. This proper is illustrating to me, Leo, that you have discovered or realized what your purpose in life is all about. And it's it seems to be taking care of the younger generation for some. It could be a healing profession for others, okay? You being grateful for this opportunity that you've been given here. Now, I shouldn't really say given. It feels like it's earned, because you do have the King of Pentacles here also, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. King of Pentacles energy belongs to everyone. I feel like this opportunity, you have worked hard for it. And that is why you're really grateful for this opportunity. Can you tell us more about this King of Pentacles? Okay. The Emperor and the Six of Cups. Oh, there's another card, the Ten of Wands. Okay. Interesting. And the Tower at the bottom of that deck. Right. Leo. As you might be aware, the Six of Cups can indicate past energy, right? Sometimes it can be a gift, depending on the context that it comes out in. This is coming out in as past energy. That was quite burdensome. The Tower, in this context, it is going to be destruction. Something fell through. Something didn't work out. I feel that something failed before it was given a full chance to work. Right? Now, this could be something that you tried to build, that you tried to create, or that you orchestrated. Either way, it's left a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, right? Now, what we're seeing is you have gone through a lot of growth since this situation here happened. And it's through that growth that you're getting that enlightenment. We've got a situation that didn't work out, and you're moving towards something very powerful this week that potentially could set you up for life here. And it feels like it's a good job that this situation down here didn't work out, because if it had have worked out, you'd still be there. You'd still be in that energy. You'd still be dealing with that. And it feels very mediocre. Okay? So you don't want to be getting tied up in anything that is mediocre. I feel here is a much better deal for you. Okay? So that could be a job or a creative idea. Again, take it as it resonates. It could be a relationship that didn't work out. Everything about this energy feels like whatever it was that didn't work out, it wasn't supposed to work out. Okay? It doesn't feel like it was a mistake. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, why is this happening? Pegasus and Transcending, yeah. Overcoming. You're overcoming. So here's the deal. If everything had been completely easy for you, then Transcending wouldn't be here. Right? That is a horrendous situation. That's awful for anybody, no matter how strong a person is or thinks they are. That energy there is horrific, because that is literally everything that you had been putting your hopes in had been ripped away again, right? So you're transcending that now. You're transcending whatever happened here with this Tower, right? That just goes to show how much you have grown, how much you have developed your own skills, and you looking back on this situation here, and the weird thing this week, kind of being grateful or glad that that situation there didn't work out. The Eight of Cups, yep. Why is this happening? Because you had to leave this. You had to leave it behind. You might have felt like you had abandoned it, right? But ultimately, you made the right call. Can you tell us more for why this is happening for Leo? Okay. The energy feels very on again, off again. Right, it's just the way that the deck is handling. It is not comfortable at the moment for me to shuffle that deck because of the energy. On again, off again. So for some, this is about an individual who had been messing you around for a very long time. And then you realizing, okay, well, I can't keep this going for much longer because ultimately it's hurting me. It's keeping me stuck. And then you releasing that. That was the enlightening moment here. Okay, again, take it as it resonates. You've got the Ace of Cups. Eight of Cups to the Ace of Cups. So we've got you searching for truth, realizing, okay, I've put a lot of emotional investment into this, and then the Tower happens, having to deal with the fact that you put your heart and your soul into this and it fell down anyway, or it was destroyed anyway. Okay. Ace of Cups follows on immediately from that, which is a new beginning in love. It could be a new purpose, a new romance, a new connection. Okay, it's anything that triggers an emotional response within you. We've got someone feeling rightfully gutted that this situation didn't work out. And I feel like you're about to be pleasantly surprised here, Leo. Can you tell us more about this Ace of Cups for Leo? You're bouncing back. Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, literally, you're bouncing back. You're perfecting your craft. If this is about a job, then you're perfecting what it is that you do. You're standing out for all of the right reasons. And you genuinely start to love what it is that you do again. If this is about a relationship, this isn't a rebound relationship that's coming in, because your standards are very high, right? You're excited to see what might happen, but you're not lowering the bar. Your standards are high. You're keeping your expectations high because of this experience here. Now, the only thing that's kind of doing my head in down here is, what is that Emperor energy? I can't quite make out if that's your energy or if that's someone else's. I suspect it's someone else's. The Six of Pentacles reversed with the Hierophant in the upright position. So that Emperor energy is someone else. It's someone else that you probably thought was, or believed was, your one, your person. Twin flame, soulmate, anything like that. And they have let you down horrendously. If that's about business, then that's like a business partner or someone that you were working with that wasn't putting in the effort at all with that Six of Pentacles reversed, right? Leaning far too heavily on you, probably expecting for you to do all of the work for you to do all of the running around, and then leaving you feeling like you were being used. Okay, Six of Pentacles reversed is a very draining energy. That's you giving far more to the situation or the connection than what the other person's giving. That's someone taking advantage of your loyalty. Okay. And it feels now, with this enlightenment, that you have learned a very harsh lesson about loyalty and what that actually means. Because loyalty is supposed to work both ways. With that situation down there, it didn't work both ways at all. Not even close. I feel like there were false promises. I feel like someone here was being led down the garden path. Okay? Interesting. What's going on in your blind spot? Starry night and acceptance. Yeah. So, if you imagine nighttime sometimes can be really scary, right? Nighttime energy can be tied in to peace and quiet. It can also be tied into uncertainties and fear, right? So when you combine all of that, you get acceptance. Accepting the things that were beyond your control. And that can be a scary thing to do. Reaching that level of acceptance can be terrifying, because it makes us wonder, well, what am I supposed to do next? I've accepted this. I have had to accept that this person was probably not who they said they were, or probably not who they made themselves out to be. I have accepted that they will likely never change, or that I will likely never get an apology. Okay, that can be a terrifying thought, especially if this was a situation that took up a lot of your time. Okay, that can become a habit, like focused on the one thing or the one person for far too long. It can become a habit. So when we reach that point of acceptance, it's almost like we become scared and confused, because now where is our attention going to go? Right? Makes us feel a little bit lost. It sounds cheesy, but they're saying, look up. The stars are guiding you, right? Let's find out more about that one. Acceptance. Can you tell us about this acceptance in Leo's blind spot? So you're reaching that point of acceptance. The Page of Swords, but still needing answers. Still needing answers that have... The worst thing is, I kind of get the impression that you can't ask this person directly. The Two of Swords reversed, or the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Interesting slip up there. Why did I say or? So are they giving you a choice? Are they giving you a choice about making a move, coming out of this deadlock, or not making progress? That's a choice. In your blind spot. Interesting. Bear with me a second, Leo. What are these two down here for Leo? Six of Swords. You already know what to do. That is a choice. Coming out of the deadlock or remaining where you're currently at. You already know the answer. The answer is the Six of Swords. The answer is it's time to move on. I swear to God that that Page of Swords is coming out as you have questions that you want this person to answer for you. The world, they're not going to be able to. Why are they not going to be able to answer Leo's questions? The Two of Pentacles, because they're dealing with something else right now. They don't actually know as well, Leo. Like that person, they don't actually know why they did it. The Three of Pentacles reversed. I kind of get the impression that you were just dealing with an individual who was selfish and lazy and ignorant as well, with the Three of Pentacles reversed. Ignorant to the damage that they've caused here. Okay. So you're looking for some sort of closure, Leo. You're giving yourself the closure. That's what you're accepting. You've accepted that there are certain questions that you'll never get the answer to. And that's helping you to move forward, to move on. Because you're giving yourself that closure that you need. Air, spirit and knowledge for what is working for you. There are other ways to gain the knowledge. See how that's 3 bubbles? Am I on the right camera? Yeah, 3 bubbles. There are other ways to gain the knowledge. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles and the Magician. Nice. Okay. That's the epitome of success here, Leo. And you manifesting your Ten of Pentacles, you being focused on your Ten of Pentacles, you using all of the available resources to you at this time in a very effective, efficient way. Where can Leo get the knowledge from that they're seeking? That's off balance. The Lover's off balance. Oh, is that someone's ex? So the knowledge that you seek is not going to come from that person directly. It's going to come from someone that they used to deal with. Okay, seems a bit messy to me, but okay. Nine of Pentacles. Someone single. Could be a Virgo or a Gemini that you're needing to speak to. Ace of Cups. Yeah, that they used to deal with. King of Wands. That they got cheated out of a business deal by the same person, or cheated on, if that's like ex-romantic situation. So they've got a history. Speak to the ones that they had history with. If you want, of course. You don't have to do anything that comes out of the tarot, of course. Was this Ten of Pentacles and the Magician for Leo? I mean, if that's going to help you to move on, if that's going to help you to free yourself from their influence. Nine of Wands reversed. Giving up. What's this message of giving up? Page of Cups off balance. That's for the Page of Cups. That's off balance as well. The Eight of Cups. Okay. The spooky thing here, Leo, this is showing me, it's like, I don't want to say it because of the way that they're phrasing it, that I feel that the way that it's being phrased is too bossy. And I don't like that. But I have to say it anyway, okay? They're saying don't go back. Don't go back to that situation. You have to focus on your Ten of Pentacles here. You have to focus on what it is that you're creating with this Magician energy. And that you have to never forget the power that you hold, the power that you yield. Okay? The Magician, for me as a reader, is the most powerful card in the entire tarot deck. Because it's a reminder that you have the resources that you need. You have the skills and the talents that you need already. It's all just about how you utilize all of those things that you have and that are available to you in order for you to start creating the life that you want for yourself, which clearly is the Ten of Pentacles, right? See, that implies that that person who created the Tower and the Ten of Wands is going to try and come back at some point. Because you're being told there, don't go back. And it's not don't go backwards, it's don't go back. Don't go back to them. There's no need to repeat the experience that you've already lived with that person, because they've already proven that they can't be trusted. They've already proven that they're disrespectful. They've already proven that they're ignorant, right? And yes, you do still have a lot of questions. That's understandable. Those questions will be with you for quite some time yet. The Spirit is saying here that you have to focus on your Ten of Pentacles. And if for the questions that you have, speak to someone that used to deal with that individual. Ooh, trust for the Crystal Cave, for how this is likely going to play out. So that's you learning to trust yourself again. You learning to trust in people again. You tell us more about this Crystal Cave for Leo. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, Leo, for you to get there. But you know what? This week is the start of it. Because we started off your reading with enlightenment and gratitude. So this is the starting point this week. The World. Again. Closure, end of a cycle. It might even be the end of an era here for some of you. End of a difficult era. You tell us more about this trust. You living in harmony, no longer being focused on this Ten of Swords. But I feel that Ten of Swords has been following you around. What's this Ten of Swords? Ooh, the Hermit and the Hierophant. Okay. Lessons, knowledge, self-mastery, peaceful. It's like a quiet ending. A peaceful ending. You creating some sort of, or you doing some sort of ritual here. It could be a magical ritual, a religious ritual, one that just means something specifically to you that you're about to perform this week that helps really ingrain within you that this chapter's over. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Resistance and rejection. And the Lovers, yeah, it's another person who's been making things very, very difficult because they keep rejecting you or pushing you away, something like that. I don't know, maybe this is someone who just went ghost on you. Or again, if it's business, it was something to do with money, and then they went ghost on you. A Chariot underneath that one. Yeah. That's like not thinking through the consequences and just being completely irresponsible. Someone else being irresponsible has come at a personal cost to you. And I am not convinced that they even realize the effect that they've had. But you're definitely giving yourself closure on that this week. What else for Leo? Miracles in the dark. Nice. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Yeah. Acceptance, starry night. Similar energy. Stay focused on the light. Stay focused on the stars. Inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things that you can't change. Focus on the things that you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything that you need. Yeah. Like, whoever or whatever has happened to you, Leo, it's done a fucking number on you. Embodiment. Now is the time to make your mark in the world. You decide what feels right to you, embody your leadership power, and create your world out of your deepest desires. Okay, so now you're rebuilding your life in your image, and you're embodying that, you're living that. Okay, right, let's take a look at some swear tarot messages. Obviously, swearing and sarcasm can absolutely be expected here. Something smells like shit. Pay attention to your intuition. Yeah, be discerning. Wait for shit to settle down. And happy fucking times are coming soon. Exactly. Exactly. Trash has taken itself out in some capacity here, Leo. And in a twisted way, they're actually doing you a huge favor. Okay. But yeah, that is what I have for you today, Leo. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.